What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are doing a playthrough today with Shellder. We named Shellder Clam Burglar. I couldn't really find a good name. Everyone was like Shelly and whatever. And our rival's name is Michelle from Dodgeball. So Michelle. So starting the game off, we get the win against our rival and we don't even level up. We still need 47 more experience points to level up. That is a common trend for the early part of this game. Was the fact that Shellder does not level up fast at all. It is part of the slow level up group. I think it's one of the slowest in the game. Now, it does have some nice benefits to it. When you evolve, you get Ice type, you get a really good defense. But the real crux of this Pokemon is it's leveling up. It took us forever to get to the level we get to. You're seeing a very sped up version of this so that we can avoid all the monotonous of it. So we start out with 100 defense. With Shellder. That's actually really good for a single stage Pokemon. A first stage Pokemon, I should say. We got some battles going on here. Go ahead and just watch them. Like I said, we grinded. We're at 15 minutes, and we grinded the 15 minutes before we started fighting these trainers. Before we did. Because I knew, like, by the time we got to them, we're going to eat up all of our best experience points grabbers. Okay? So that's why I'm fighting them after 15 minutes of grinding. We just got to level 12. There's other Pokemon. I just actually finished playing through with Ghastly, and I'm pretty sure we get by all this stuff in like 6 minutes because we don't have to grind to level up. It's a normal, average level up, tendency, I guess is the best way to put it. So we get a high defense to start the game, 100 defense. We also get pretty good attack, 65. Now the rest of the stats, like I said, are not horrible, but they're not great either. 45 specials. That's not horrible. It's good for the fact that it's not horrible because we're a water type, so all of our best moves are water. I'll get back to this in a second. Here's our rival fight. This one is a little bit slowed down, and some of the fights here are not, because after we get through a certain portion of the game, Shellder just blasts through the rest of the game. Just blasts through it. So, withdraw, I'm upping my defense. The simple fact that we're going to get outsped. That's another thing, our speed is 40. So we're getting outsped. So the goal here is to outlast Pidgey, basically. Eventually, we'll get our attacks will do damage. It's a normal damaging move, so it's not going to do too much. Our defense is boosted very high. We're down to 18 hit points. We just need to get a couple more attacks in. We're higher level. This is why I hate Sand Attack. We are higher level, and it's taken us so much, I don't know the word here. It's monotonous to beat this rival. And we're at level 8. We did level up. That's good. We're now level 13. So, Bulbasaur, all Bulbasaur has to do is just keep hitting me. And if I miss, I'm pretty much done. And I don't miss any of them. So that is very good, very lucky. And now we move on to Brock's Gym, where we fight the Million Light Years trainer. And this battle is not hard. We're just going to boost our defense really quick. And we want to do that before we go out against Sandshrew. Sandshrew can sand attack us as well. So that's the point of doing that, is to get your defense up. And you look, he did 1 damage every time. So now we're going to fight Brock. Brock is going to be... This is not slowed down. This is exactly the speed I played it at. Because these battles take forever. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and up my defense right now. I'm going to use Supersonic in an attempt that he could hurt himself. And I'm just going to keep using it. I'm just going to keep using it. He finally gets confused. It didn't help. It didn't work. But now we can actually get on the offensive. We can start doing damages. It ain't going to do a lot of damage. It's not. It's a normal type move. But the hope here is that our defense is so high, we can just outlast all the Pokemon. They're going to do, the way that the AI does, like, Brock's team, is the Pokemon do random moves. It's not good AI or bad AI or anything like that. They don't have that for the first gym. What it is, though, is it will just randomly pick one of the moves. So, for example, Geodude only has Defense, Curl, and Tackle. So he will flip a coin every time, and it'll say one or the other. Onix, actually, it's helpful with Onix, because Onix will use Screech, he'll use Tackle, he'll also use Bind, or Bide. So we got through the first Pokemon, and now we're initiating the same tactic. And we want to use Withdrawal whenever he uses Bide to avoid taking massive damage. And also, we want to make sure he is confused. When he is confused, it will deal back. It'll do a lot more damage than he'll do damage to himself, and plus the damage we try to inflict will also be helpful. Now, I don't know how many power. Okay, we're not going to run out of power points in this. So good. So it's just a monotonous fight, man. Every time he gets unconfused, go confuse him, and hopefully he can hurt himself, which not the case right there, but right there he just did. So we're in a good position. We got a lot of health left. So even if he gets a bite off, we can still counter it. It does suck going second. Onyx has better speed than us. So when we go second, he could hit bide, and then we could attack him, and then we're going to get the damage dealt back to us. And we can't mitigate that. But if we go first, we can Wakanda forever. Brock looks like Black Panther. So we move on. We actually added the move bide. It's very helpful. I've actually used it very good with Ghastly, and you'll learn about that in the Ghastly video. But it's very useful. So these trainers are not very good, so I'll just talk over it while they're fighting. So HP is 30, so we don't have a lot of hit points compared to other Pokemon we've played through as. Like I said, our attack is 65, our defense is 100, and we also have 45 special, and we have 40 speed. So those two stats are not horrible, considering the fact that we are just a clam. We are a clam. Okay, so it's not horrible stats for that circumstance. But when we look at our moveset, we don't really get any other moves until level 23. So that's what we're kind of striving for right now, is get to level 23. But we're also striving to get to Mountain Moon. When we get to Mountain Moon, we can pick up a move called Water Gun. Water Gun is very helpful. We are water type. So Shellder, that's also a kind of a downside to Shellder. The Shellder is water type, not water ice. So the fact that we are water ice is we are not getting the ice moves, don't get stabbed until we evolve into Cloyster, which we'll do eventually. We definitely do it eventually. But Water Gun definitely unlocks this Pokemon. We actually have a stab move now. We can just blast through anything. We get a lot more power points. We have a lot of tackles. We have a lot of water guns. We can use bide. And we can also use withdrawal to boost our defense so we don't take that much damage either. Okay? So we caught this Pokemon here, Geodude. That way we could use Dig later. Dig is very useful in playthroughs because we can go from place to place and not take a minute of time or 30 seconds of time. Those 30 seconds and stuff add up. Now, I say that, but in the same breath, I'm going to be like, I heal any chance I can get because it's only 3 seconds. But I guess, those can add up as well. So we're just going through Mountain Moon. I decided to start doing these where I show the battles or show the tracks that we're going. That way people know the game. So if you're ever a first-time watcher and you want to actually play the game and go through things, you kind of can use mine as a guide of how to get through. So I thought I'd show those things. Again, we are just blasting through all these Pokemon. Now, Mountain Moon is basically an attempt to mitigate and ration your power points. That's really what Mountain Moon kind of teaches you. Because if you don't want to fight anyone, you can not fight anyone. But I want to get some extra levels. I want to get level 23 by the time I get to a certain point. We need to be higher level. Let's just rephrase that. Okay, we want to be higher level. And with a slower leveling up Pokemon, more experience early is better than experience late. Because later, those experience points, it takes more experience to get one level, whereas right now it takes less to get one level. And a lot of things right now we just one-shot that entire team. So we're moving on to, it's just another Geodude, very good. And we're going to heal, very good. And we're going to face this Eradicate. And as soon as we click on it, there we go. We're going to face the Eradicate. Like I said, we're level 21. And the next move we're going to get is Clamp. Clamp is kind of like Wrap, but for water Pokemon. Well, some water Pokemon. Not all water Pokemon can do it. But it is a water-based move. And we'll get that here soon. But it's not better than Water Gun. It's actually not better than Water Gun at all. So Clamp is base 35 power. It's a stab move, so it's about 53. It's 52.5 rounded up, and it's 75% accurate. So Water Gun is 60 base power with our stab, and 100% accurate. So Water Gun is just objectively a better move. Okay, and you also don't want to have too much of one thing. So what you can do, and this has happened to me before, was you have too much of one move and you have nothing for versatility. So, for example, we are water type. We're not very fast, okay? And we got a lot of water moves right now, okay? If we have all water moves, we're going to come across some grass Pokemon and not have any way at all to combat them, to battle them, to beat them, whatever you want to call it. There's no way at all to combat them, okay? So now we're in Misty's Gym. We got out of Mountain Moon. And now we're in Misty's Gym. These are just monotonous, easy battles. We don't even have to use too much. There's no point using Water Gun. Because Water Gun, it's not going to do a lot of damage. It probably might do more than Tackle, to be honest. But I'd just rather just go for Tackle. Get the easy damage. We have high defense, so they won't be able to do much to us. So now we're going to heal and go back and fight Misty. Misty's battle is not difficult. So here's the tactic here. This Bide is becoming so handy to beat. Staryu will outspeed us. So we're going to go through withdrawal. Go through withdrawal. We're going to use withdrawal. There we go. And we're going to up our defense. So now he's not doing any damage. So I'm going to pause this for a second. So the opposite of what I said about Brock is the case with Misty. So Brock does not have good AI. So Brock will just roll the dice and do random moves. Misty has good AI. So her Staryu and Starmie will not use Bubble Beam or Water Gun because they see that as a water move against the water Pokemon ineffective or less effective. So they're going to go for Tackle the entire time. So that's an advantage for us considering we got Tackle as well. We have higher defense and we actually have another move in Bide. So here's the strategy with Bide. So let's get Staryu knocked out first. Staryu knocked out. One more Tackle should do it. Very good. We come in with half of our health. Now Starmie comes in, and we use Tackle. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Tackle again. Now we're going to use Bide. Now whatever Starmie does to me will be dealt back to him double. So see how much damage that did compared to the couple damage points for Tackle. So we're using Misty's aggression against her, and we got beat because we had. I've never seen that, to be honest with you. That looked like a 4-turn Bide. That was very weird to me. But it looked like a 4-turn Bide. If we'd just had like a 2-turn Bide, we'd have won. If we had a 3-turn Bide, I think we would have won. So the strategy was sound. So now we just got to do this again. Tackle. Now withdrawal actually does a badge boost for us. It actually ups our offense because we have the first gym badge. So we get Staryu knocked out. Now Starmie comes out. Go right for Bide. Don't even mess around. Just go for Bide. Okay. So 1. She got a critical hit there. That's great because it's going to count for extra damage. Very good. So now I could go for Bide again, but I was like, you know what? We'll just go for Tackle. And hopefully she doesn't knock us out. It could have worked against us, but we got a lot of damage done. And one more. We just got no critical. Okay, good. So we beat Misty. And beating Misty, now we get Clamp, which is going to be pointless. But we're going to use it anyway because it's better than using... we're going to use it to replace Water Gun. And then we're going to probably replace it right away with Bubble Beam. Bubble Beam's way better. Bubble Beam is 65 base power. So you times it by 1.5. You're looking at a 93 base power move, roughly. So, or 97 base power move. So now we're moving on to our Rival. Rival is not super difficult. We just don't outspeed our opposition here. So, we're going to use Bubble Beam. 1 hit. Very good. We get Sand Attack. Not fun at all. Sand Attack. That's awesome. 3 Sand Attacks. That's amazing. So now we're going to set up our defense. We're going to up our defense because obviously our accuracy is lowered. So let's up our defense and make it so we can, if we have to take a lot of turns to knock these Pokemon out, we can take a lot of turns to knock these Pokemon out and not take that much damage. And not to mention, it does do a little bit of a badge boost whenever we do the withdrawal. So if you don't know the badge boost, it will come up again. But badge boost is in Gen 1, if you have a stat modifying move, like withdrawal ups our defense, it'll actually do 12.5 times all your other stats where you have an adjacent gym that you beat. So, for example, Brock, the first gym, gives you a 12.5 boost in your attack stat. And Lieutenant Surge does defense. Koga does speed. And I think it's Blaine. I'm confident it's Blaine. Blaine does special. So, if you've beaten those gyms, whenever you do, like, withdrawal or growl, or when someone leers you, it does that automatically. Okay, so now we're going to blast through this part of the game. Now, keep in mind the time. 43 minutes, okay? Now, a lot of that time was spent taking care of Brock. We had 15 minutes alone just before we entered Vermilion Forest and fought the trainers there. So we had to grind pretty heavily to get there. So we're blasting through. This is called Nugget Bridge. Nugget Bridge has some... If you have a whole team, they can be tough trainers, like a level 18 Mankey. If I had all my experience points I have right now divvied up over 3 Pokemon, might be around the same level, might be tricky, but because of the circumstances of the game, like, we're just way higher level than everyone. So now we're going to fight this hiker. And this hiker is a piece of cake. Now, the only problem we have right now is we gotta manage our power points so that we don't, like, use up all of our power points. We just don't want to do that. So that's the biggest thing about right now, this part of the game, is managing your power points, or else you gotta go back and heal. It's not the end of the world to go back and heal. It just takes time off the clock, and you're adding a good 30 seconds to go back and heal. It can add up at the end of the game, especially for a Pokemon where I was hoping it'd be a little bit faster, but then I read about it slow level up. So right now we have to fight this trainer, and she's going to obliterate us. We should have gone for Bubble Beam. Tackle. And we get lucky there. We get the knockout. So now we go save Bill from his freaky deaky experiment where he turns himself into Pokemon. Creepy guy. Honestly, creepy guy. Who doesn't want to go on a boat? Seriously. Just kidding. But we're going to, once we're done this, we're going to use escape rope. And we're going to escape rope back to the city. Now we're moving on with the game and we're fighting these guys. So these two, I've called this one Sandy. She's a Sandy attacking Pidgey trainer. She has 3 Pidgeys. They all have Sand attack. They're kind of annoying. But right now we're just one-shotting them. So as long as we don't miss, we're fine. And the next trainer, I don't have a name for yet. I need to come up with a name. But he has Pokemon. Like we want to take the Spearow, take the Zero. And we want to eradicate the Raticate. And once we do that, we can move on to the SSN. The SSN, we have our, what's that, 4th rival fight? Our 4th rival fight should be a piece of cake. We are higher level. We have a very good stab move. As long as we don't get hit by a sand attack, which we don't right there, so that's fantastic. So now we're going to do Bubble Beam. We tank a Hyper Beam pretty well. That's only 10 damage. Wow, Hyper Beam usually does a lot more than that. It's a very powerful move. Kadabra. Tackle. Physical damaging moves do a lot more to Kadabra than other moves, so Tackle is the best move there. We level up. Woohoo! And now we're taking on the Ivysaur. And we just got to outlast the Ivysaur. He's going to do something stupid. So, like, our rival right here does not have good AI. It's a great example of showing how good AI and bad AI work. Our rival right here does not have good AI. Good AI would have chose Vine Whip every time and probably would have obliterated us. Now, we skipped over Lieutenant Surge's Gym for obvious reasons. We are a Water-type Pokemon that's very slow. We're level 30. The Raichu, even probably the Pikachu, will probably one-shot us. And as I'm talking, we just beat the Hiker with the exploding Geodudes. And we're Water-type, so we one-shot all 3 of them. So, sorry I talked over the fight and didn't talk about it. But we one-shot them pretty quickly. They weren't much of an issue. Now we're just trying to get by this Pokemon. Now we have Ice moves. We have Aurora Beam. That's fantastic. So we're going to heal here, and then we're going to go ahead and go to this part. So now we're going to use a couple things. Water, Stone, to evolve us into Cloyster. And now we have a very high defense. Here, let me go ahead and go over its stats. So Cloyster has a HP of 50, so went up a little bit. Attack is 95. Defense is 180. And as you're watching right now, we are steamrolling through this. We have Aurora Beam, and I'm pretty sure we have Ice Beam as well right now. At least we should have Ice Beam. Yeah, we have both. Okay, our special has gone up to 85, so that's good, and our speed is now 70. So that's really pretty good for a really high defensive Pokemon. That means we can go faster than most of our opposition, and we can take some hits. And our special, again, isn't bad. The only thing that's it's bad is our HP, but that's why our special and our defense is pretty high. Now, we're going to take on Erica. Erica, if I didn't evolve into Cloyster, would be difficult. It would be extremely difficult. Because Erica, Grass type, Victory Bell is probably the best Grass type in the game. And we wouldn't be able to one-shot. I don't think we actually one-shot it here. No, we barely don't one-shot it. Okay, but imagine what that would have been with Shellder, who has lesser stats and is not Ice type. So we get a stab from Ice, which helps us knock him out. Okay, so that was the issue there, is we didn't get we get a stab from Ice and we still don't knock it out. We're 4 levels higher. We have Ice type moves. They are weak to us and we still don't knock it out. So imagine how Shellder would have done there. Okay, so we're gonna leave Erica. Okay, we're gonna leave Erica, and we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go fight Lieutenant Surge, right? No, we're gonna go here. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go take on Team Rocket. We have Tri-Attack, which is great. So Tri-Attack is an 80 base power move that does electric, fire, and ice damage. So fantastic move. It's amazing. I love using it when we have a Pokemon that can use it. Other Pokemon that can use it usually have a better move, but we don't have another move. We don't get Body Slam with this Pokemon. Body Slam would have been great to have we probably would have attempted maybe to take on Lieutenant Surge before going to Rock Tunnel. But, yeah, we don't. So, you know, it is what it is. But we either have to go with Tri-Attack, which I like Tri-Attack, or like Double Edge or Takedown. And those aren't as reliable as Tri-Attack. So I was like, you know what? We'll just use Tri-Attack. We have Tri-Attack, Aurora Beam, Withdrawal, and Ice Beam. I'm keeping Withdrawal because we don't get another move that initiates the badge boost glitch. So that's going to be the strategy with that. So sticking with our moves that we can get. Yeah, we don't get another move that we can do that with. We could have got Swift as well. We didn't go with Swift. Right now we're fighting Tweedledee and Tweedledum. The whole point of these fights is just to get to Giovanni. Once we beat Giovanni, I'm pretty sure we're gonna go fight Lieutenant Surge. We're way higher level now, so this is not slowed down at all. This is going to be a really fast fight. Good morning, good evening, and good freaking night. 1 up, 3 down. Good morning, good evening. Strike out the side, whatever you want to call it. So now we're back in Lieutenant Surge's gym. Okay, I actually think it took me 15 minutes to find the buttons. So that's why we paused the timer when we skip over, just so you guys are aware. That would add 15 minutes to an already slow run. Okay, so Voltro comes out. Ice Beam is a one-shot, very good. Pikachu comes out. Do we outspeed? We do. One-shot, very good. Raichu comes out. One shot goes down. Very good. Very good. So now we beat Lieutenant Surge, and now we end up being able to use Fly now. We fly to Lavender Town, and we're taking on our rival. Our rival will not be hard either. With Ice-type moves, you mitigate a lot of the advantages. So Flying type is weak to Ice. Gyarados is out. He's a Flying Water type. It's not a one-shot. However, we do take it out pretty handily. Very good. We have 59 health left. Growlithe will be a one-shot with Ice Beam. Kadabra will be not... Oh, it will be a one-shot. Okay. And then Ivysaur should be a one-shot as well, as long as we don't... Okay, here we go. So, we beat the rival, and then we're moving on to Koga's gym. Koga's gym won't be too difficult as long as we don't do anything too stupid, I guess is the best way to put it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and fight these... Watch these battles. I didn't speed this part up. It's okay, though. So now we get Surf as well. So Surf replaced Aurora Beam. Aurora Beam 65 base power, Ice type. Surf is a 95 base power water. So we have a water move and ice move. Tri-attack for anything that's not that water type won't affect, like grass or something like that. Or no, actually grass would, ice type would hit. Whatever else we have that we need to fight that neither of those two attacks are super great against. So like right now, I think Drowsy has a good special. So we're using Tri-attack, which does, I think it does like hard damage or physical damage or whatever. So Kadabra can't take physical damage very well. High special, low defense. And yeah, so that's what these moves are doing for us. And I did not speed this up, so I do apologize. So you're watching normal speed, not sped up speed. Now, I'm fighting everyone in here. Maybe not everyone, but I'm fighting a lot of the trainers in here. The point of doing that is, if you look at it, we're level 39. That's not, as much as it's like nice that, you know, we are level 39, we need to be a little bit higher level for the league. Levels are going to come by like a lot more scarce. So we have to be able to get to a higher level. We do get 11 rare candies that we're going to be able to use at some point. That is going to be a thing. But we want to get as high levels as we can before we have to rely on rare candies. Because even though rare candies are great, they don't give you fighting experience. So when you get a higher level and you level up fighting, it's much more powerful to do that than just to throw 20 rare candies at a Pokemon or something. So we did skip over one trainer. This is the last one before we have to face Koga. Koga won't be too much of an issue. As soon as we beat this trainer. That's the one I'm actually very curious about. So I just finished filming my my Ghastly playthrough. And next is Onyx. Onyx is going to be a pain in the butt. However, after that, I'm pretty sure we're playing with Hypno. So now we're facing Koga. Let's see how this battle goes. I'm pretty sure this battle's not going to go bad at all. So let's see. Coffin comes out. We should be using Ice Beam. Yes. Nope. We're going to use Withdrawal. We're going to set up the badge boost and our defense. Good. We did not heal before this, so we started the battle like 81 health. So our defense is boosted. That means our attack is boosted. So Surf is not a one-hit. It's close, but it's not a one-hit. Get the knockout on the first Coffin. Now he sends out Muck. Ice Beam is a two-shot with Muck. Very good. And now with our defense up, we actually just have to beat the Coughing, and I think we win. Because Weezing's going to self-destruct. And because our defense is so high, it's not even going to do any damage. Look at that. 17 damage. So we tanked that like a boss. We win the battle. Clan Burglar gets this much experience, and we're taking our sweet time clicking through here. We are taking our sweet time. Koga comes out. He's a ninja. Thinks he's a ninja. So now we get a boost in our speed now. Then we face our 6th rival fight. Our 6th rival fight is usually one of the toughest ones, because you may not be quite at the level he's at, but he has a lot of variety. However, we are going to set up withdrawal. Hopefully we don't get sand attacked. We get sand attacked one time. And we're going to use Ice Beam to sweep the Pidgeot. One shot. Very good. Then we have a Gyarados. I miss because of that stupid sand attacking Pidgey. Tri-Attack does about a third. We are not going to be able to tank another Dragon Rage. Bite does not knock us out. And we miss attack again. And we miss attack again. And Dragon Rage knocks us out. Awesome. So, yeah. This dumb circumstance caused us to lose this battle. So, we're going to go back. We're going to go try this again. I don't think that his Pokemon are better. It's just we need to make better decisions. So, here we go. Let's try this battle one more time. So, our rival comes out, throws out a Pidgeot. And go for Ice Beam. Just prevent this stupid bird from throwing out a Sand Attack at him. Okay, knockout. And we level up. That's good. Ice Beam does about close to half. Not quite half, but close to half. And now he just leered us. That actually initiated the badge boost. So, he's got a Pokemon he's going to come out with. Now, we can set up withdrawal. Or, actually, we're just going to knock it out. Okay, I thought we might set up withdrawal in that one. Okay. Tri-Attack. It's almost a one-hit. But we get Surf disabled. But we get the knockout on Alakazam. And then, Venusaur's not an issue. He's got to use Ice Beam. As long as we don't miss or anything like that, it's fine. So, we get the win. Yeah, it's just, in that case, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes you overthink it and you kind of play into the opposition's hands. You let them do whatever they want. Like me doing withdrawal to let them get Sand Attack. That one Sand Attack derailed the entire fight. Whereas if I just went for straight aggression and just went for the knockout with every Pokemon, it was much better. This is not slowed down either. So all the Giovanni fights except for the Gym one are not slowed down. Because we are going to rock this entire team. If we just done Ice Beam, we'd have won. We'd have one-shot everything. So Surf. Not quite a one-shot. That's also concerning because we are Stab, and it's a 90 base power move, so it's a 140-some power move. And we're not one-shotting things that are lower level. So, actually, we're not too much higher level than them, so that's actually something I just noticed. So, we're not one-shotting everything. We did get poisoned. So, now we're going to face Blaine's Gym. So, Blaine's Gym is a Fire-type trainer. We should steamroll this entire gym. Just steamroll the whole freaking thing. Okay, his Pokemon have some pretty annoying things about them. So, for example, I think it's his Ninetales or his Rapidash. One of the two. Actually, he doesn't have Ninetales in this game. Rapidash has Fire Spin, and it will use Fire Spin. So, hopefully they don't go first, because then we can get stuck in Fire Spin and never get out of that Fire Vortex. Okay, so these trainers are super easy. This is the weird gym, by the way. If you read the type of people that these are, you have a burglar and you have scientists. That's all you have. So there's a scientist in there doing stuff, and there's burglars in there trying to steal stuff. I think Blaine's got some things going on here. I think he's got some weird stuff going on. He's cooking up in his gym. But yeah, he's got burglars everywhere and scientists. It's very, very weird. Very weird to me indeed. So now we're out of... What are we running out of? Tri-Attack. So we're just trying to save our power points so we don't have to go back and heal. As long as we have 4 Surf, we should be fine against Blaine. Okay, so now we're going against Blaine at, slower speed, so we can navigate it and narrate the fight. So Blaine comes out. Blaine sends out a Growlithe. A Growlithe, you say? Well, we're gonna badge boost. Cramburglar badge boosts. He badge boosts again. He uses Surf, one-hit knockout on the Growlithe. Then Ponyta comes out. Surf on the Ponyta, one-hit knockout. A Clamburglar evolves. See, there's the Fire Spin I was talking about. It won't do a lot of damage to us, do not get me wrong. And then Blaine does his typical super retroactive super potion. So all we gotta do is hit him one time, and should be a one-shot. Very good. We beat Blaine at level 45, and we're gonna move on to Sabrina. And we're gonna go ahead and just dig out of here, and we're gonna fly over to here, and we're gonna go in there and heal. And we're gonna sprint over here to fight Sabrina. Now, Sabrina, not really going to be tricky. We just, you know, she has a special attack. We have a high special defense. So, that's all there is to it. So here comes Sabrina. I don't think it's a one-shot across the board. Let's find out together. Sabrina and her whip. Alright, Clamburglar comes out. Try attack. It is a one-shot. Very good. Moving on to Mr. Mime. I can't wait for that playthrough, by the way. I think Mr. Mime is low-key a very strong Pokemon in this game. Knock out the Mr. Mime in 2 hits. Very good. Try attack on the Venomoth. What we should have done there is gone for Ice Beam, because it is technically I don't know what it is. It's a flying bird. J-Rose 11, or not J-Rose, Scott's Thoughts has a lot of jokes about that Pokemon. So Reflect, it's just going to up his defense. It's not really going to do anything to us. Reflect again, it's going to up his defense. 1 more hit, that's all we need. And Try attack gets the knockout. Very good. I told you, Sabrina wasn't going to be too much. You know, even though she has a whip, it wasn't going to be too difficult. So now we're going to dig out of here again. And we got to fly, and we're going to go take on our the final Giovanni fight. The final 3rd rendition of the Giovanni saga. So the trainers in here, we could actually probably should have stayed in here and trained a little bit more just to get extra levels. However, we don't need to. We just need to fight the 2 mandatory battles we need to get through here. Ice Beam one-shot them all. And this, oh, I guess I am going to fight some of these. Okay. We are not very high leveled. 46, usually around level 50 at this point. So we don't need to fight too many of these guys. It's not necessary. It's not something that we absolutely have to do. Get through the fight. You don't need to fight the rest of these. Well, I know the end result, so never mind. we fought them. I fought them with the thought that I needed to, but we really didn't have to. And you'll see why here in just a little bit. So now we're facing Giovanni. This should be a one-shot across the frickin' board. Not even close. 1 down. Doug Trio gets a move on us, but we get the knockout. Nidoqueen. 1 shot. Very good. Nidoking should be a 1 shot as well. Nidoqueen's more bulky than he is. Very good. And then Rhydon. Ice Beam. 1 hit knockout. Very good. Good morning, good evening, good night. We swept the whole team. We took 1 slash in the process. So now we're facing our rival. The final rival fight for the league. And we are taking a second here. I don't know what we're doing. We're saving. That's what it is. That's what it is. We're saving the game. Okay, let's go ahead and get this battle started. We're not super high level yet. We're only 48. So I'm going to set up a withdrawal. This Pokemon no longer has Sand Attack. That's the benefit here. Is Pidgeot no longer has Sand Attack, so I can set up as much as I want. And it's going to do, it might do some damage, but it's not going to do a lot of damage. So there's a 1 shot. Very good. Rhyhorn comes out. 1 shot. Very good. We probably could have set up on the Rhyhorn too. We just don't want to level up in the middle of battle because we're going to lose our boost. Try attack. It does a little over half. Anti-Leers us, which boosts our attack again. Very good. It lowers our defense, but it boosts our attack. And then we level up, which all that was undone. So now all we have is very high defense. And we have 3 Pokemon left. Growlithe goes down. Alakazam's next. Try attack should do pretty good to Alakazam. It's not a 1 shot. It's because of our badge boost is gone. So we get the knockout there, and now we just have Venusaur. As long as Venusaur does not get a critical hit Razor Leaf, which he does. That's fantastic. So now we have to come back and fight this battle again. And I didn't save before the battle. I saved in the middle of this conversation. So I can't like give my Pokemon a rare candy and then mitigate the leveling up. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to go for the knockout. 1 knockout. Rhyhorn's going to be a knockout as well. And once I level up, then I'll do the badge boost. So try attack. Ice Beam is close to half. Not quite half. Close to half. And he's frozen solid. So now, now would be a great time to do withdrawal. But again, I have not leveled up yet. So now, next Pokemon comes out, Growlithe. Growlithe is worthless. He's not going to do anything to us. We're water, ice. He's fire. All he has is Ember and like Takedown. That's all he's going to do. Now I did get burned, which is stupid. Because now it cuts my attack. And now I'm getting burned. So I really can't take any damage from Alakazam or Venusaur. So that's kind of the downside right now. Get the hit. Psychic knocks us out. So that's kind of the issue we're having is we're going to have to do this one more time. We're going to have to do this one more time. And we're going to have to not get burned. If we don't get burned, we win that game. We win that match. Because Ember ain't going to do squat to us. So we're going to do this again. Ice Beam, knockout. That's not changing. Rhyhorn, knockout. That doesn't change. What changes is the fact that we have to do the badge boost after Gyarados. We're going to level up when we knock out Gyarados. And it's a 3-hit, and we're already down to 82 health, which is awesome. So now we got to come out. We gotta do the badge boost on Growlithe. We don't need to do a lot. We just need to do enough that it boosts our attack just enough to knock him out. So now, let's see if we've done enough to knock out the Alakazam pretty handily. Psychic takes down to 6 health. My goodness. Now he does recover, thank God. Because if he'd attacked us, we'd have been knocked out. Now Venusaur, we have to knock this out in one hit. And we froze it solid, so we got so lucky. That is the luckiest fight that we've had. Now, my negligence, if I'd have just... Pause that for a second. If I'd have just... Hold on. If I would have just saved before the battle instead of right at the conversation of the battle, we'd have fixed that immediately. Do one level up, we don't level up middle of battle, and we'd have swept the team. We could still set up on the Pidgeot. But we didn't do that. So, now we're in the Elite Four. Okay? We're at an hour and 29 minutes. So, my goal was to get this under close to around an hour and 45 minutes. That was hour and 30, an hour and 40 minutes is what the goal was. So, we're right on pace. So, we're going to do Withdrawal. Dugong has good AI, so he will not do ice attacks on us, and he won't do anything on us except for maybe Growl and Rest. That's all he'll do. He will not do ice. He will not do a water move. He will not do... I think the other move he has is Takedown. But that's all he's going to do. So if you watch this, it's all he will do. He will not do anything else. He'll do Takedown. Okay. So but he will not use an ice move on us. Which, even if he did, it'd be smart. Because you could still freeze. If that was me, I'd do a different tactic though. So, Surf. Let's see what Surf does. It's a 2-shot. Supersonic does confuse us. Unfortunately, we hurt ourselves a little bit with Supersonic. And we get over it, and we knock out the Cloyster. So, those two are the ones we have to get through. I'm pretty sure we can just stomp the rest of this team. Try attack. Okay, that didn't do much. Ice Beam. We're whittling them down, and I like Ice Beam. This Pokemon Ice Beam, it works very well, because we're getting a lot of freezes. And now we got to use... Which one we're going to use? Try attack. Not a one-shot. Double Slap doesn't do squat. Our defense is so high, it really does like 1 or 2 damage. In the Elite Four, that's kind of pathetic, to be honest. Lapras. Try attack does nothing. Body Slam does nothing back. Surf does a little bit more. Body Slam does nothing again. Really got nothing to do except for Blizzard, but he ain't going to use Blizzard because we're Ice type. So we just got... It's a battle of attrition. It's a battle of attrition. We're going to outlast them because our defense is higher. So we get the win over Lorelei. It wasn't too difficult. It was a first try victory. Now, I did not slow this battle down. Bruno does not deserve a battle slowdown to narrate. Onyx. 1-shot. Surf. Good morning, good evening, night. Take a seat. Hitmonchan. 1-shot. Very good. Hitmonlee. 1-shot. Very good. Onyx will be a 1-shot again. I'm calling it. I'm right. There we go. And then Machamp will not be a 1-shot. However, he'll just leer us and boost our attack, and we'll beat him. So, clean sweep of Bruno. Didn't even take any damage. So now we're on to Agatha. Agatha can be tricky. Can be tricky. I'm going to phrase that properly. She can be tricky. However, Surf does a decent amount of damage. And we're not getting confused, thank goodness. Or put to sleep. And she uses a potion, and we knock it out in 3 hits. Okay, Golbat is one we're going to set up on. Golbat really can't do much. He can do one move. It's Haze. Haze will undo all the badge boosting we just did. So it is what it is. It doesn't undo our confusion though. That doesn't make sense. So now we're going to use Ice Beam. It is a flying type. 1-hit knockout. Very good. Haunter's up. Ice Beam is not a 1-hit. However, it's a 2-hit. And he went for Dream Eater, which was dumb. But whatever. Ice Beam again. It's not a 1-hit, but you get a 2-shot. And now we have the last Gengar. Last Gengar will be the determining factor in this battle. Surf, we get confused. That's awesome. And we just need to hit one more time. We get poisoned. And now poison's going to hurt us pretty badly. Okay, we just got to do one more attack. Just got to do one more. Stop using your dang potions. Yeah, you're going to try to... Yes, very good. We almost lost that one there. So, now so far we're clean sweeping. Now, this is going to be the easiest battle I've probably ever had with Lance. So Lance comes out with a Gyarados. Gyarados, if we get by Gyarados, the battle's over. Okay? Battle's over if we get by Gyarados. So we're going to withdraw. just up our defense. He does this for Dragon Rage. Ice Beam will be a 2-shot on the Gyarados. No, I'm sorry. It will be a 3-shot. My bad. My apologies. But we get a very good and now he just upped our attack. So we should be able to clean sweep the rest of this team. Dragonair comes out. Ice Beam is a 1-hit. Dragonair comes out again. Withdrawal. We're going to do this one or a couple times just to boost our attack, just to be safe, to make sure we outspeed the Aerodactyl. So the Aerodactyl is the tricky one here. Aerodactyl, if you don't outspeed him, he's very powerful. He's very fast. And then Dragonite will be a 1-shot as well. So Dragon types weak to Ice. So I knew this battle would be easy as long as we got past the Gyarados with decent amount of health. And now we're facing the champion. So if you watch the last fight, we leveled up in the middle of battle and it kept giving us issues. That is not going to be the case right now with this Pokemon. So we got Pidgeot. We're just going to go for Withdrawal. We're going to up our defense. Do it again. Pidgeot does 6 health, 6 damage to us. And now he's going to go for Sky Attack, which probably wouldn't do a lot of damage anyway, but we're going to knock it out anyway. Okay, the next Pokemon to come out is Alakazam. Now, I thought about doing the badge boost on Rhydon, because Rhydon's pretty much pathetic. However, we want the badge boost to take out Alakazam. Alakazam is very fast. Psychic does a lot to us, so on and so forth. It's just a better strategy that way. So Tri-Attack is doing a little less than a half. It's about 45%. So that's 2, and we just need 1 more. And he leered us, so that actually boosts our attack. So the last couple Pokemon are going to be a breeze. Surf should be a 1-shot on the Arcanine, unless he tanks it. Nope, he does not. And we have all but 6 health to go in against Venusaur. And we get the 1-shot, so very good. So that's the playthrough with Cloyster. And look at the level. We're actually level 62. And we're at an hour and 34 minutes. I'm pretty sure we were at about 30-some minutes whenever we got done with Brock. So we got the rest of the game done in pretty good time. And if it was a little bit better managing of time with me, I probably could have got this under an hour and 30 minutes, probably. So for example, like a rare candy on the 7th rival fight would have helped. And so that's our time right there. 1 hour, 35 minutes. I'm going to pause it. 1 hour and 35 minutes and 18 seconds. So way didn't exceed my expectations. I actually wanted it to be faster. So I've got some ideas here with some content I'm going to do. So I'm not quite done with Gen 1. Don't get me wrong. I'm not even close to being done with Gen 1. I'm not even at level Pokemon 100 yet. I'm getting there. I'm close. But the next game I'm going to do is Pokemon Silver. But what I also want to do is I also want to do some versus series where, like, I want to do Cloyster versus Dugong. We don't have to worry about going through, like, leveling up. Just Cloyster versus Dugong. Well, not leveling up, but evolving. And seeing who does better. One has better moves early, and one has better defense, but one also has a better level up rate or speed or whatever you want to call it. So it can go either way, and I'm excited to see how this plays out. But that's something I want to do. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Did you predict it right? Go back to my prediction video and comment what you if you got it right or not. I want to look at playtime. Playtime is I pause the game and go do other things. So I like wake up and do some playing for like 20 minutes or so and then go to work, and I leave it, and I sometimes don't close out of it. Or I'll get up and I'll play it and I'll pause it and go shower and then come right back. Now, the game is going at 4 times speed, so if I'm gone for 20 minutes, the game sees that as an hour and 20 minutes because it's 4 times speed. So just keep that in mind. That's why I don't go by playtime. I go by the actual timer at the bottom. So yeah, that was a good playthrough. I really enjoyed it. The next one coming out is Ghastly. You should see the prediction video on Monday, and then a week from today, you should see the actual playthrough with Ghastly. It's a good playthrough. I've already done it. I just got to do the cutting and editing. You're going to enjoy it. And then after that, I got Onyx, then I got Hypno, then I got Krabby, and then I think I got Voltrobe after that. So got a lot of good stuff coming out, and don't forget to check out my other videos, like Lord of the Rings playthrough, and things like that. So appreciate everyone watching. Have a good one, and see you.